On the night that I learned that I needed a pacemaker and had a major heart problem, I did a Bible study, and the scripture was this, which said, I will give you a new heart, and I will put a new spirit in you. I'll remove your heart of stone, and I'll give you a heart of flesh. And so I'm thinking, all right, Lord, you meant this figuratively. And then later on, I'm like, you're serious! It's exactly what happened, because sarcoidosis turns your heart to stone. I do this. And it's just because it was just the moment of victory. When you go 5 years undiagnosed with a disease and you know something's wrong and they tell you a hypochondriac, that's a little disconcerting. So I have a message for you guys, that if you think something's wrong in your system and the doctor's telling you something that just doesn't make sense, ask them some tough questions. Okay? Because I almost died unless I was assertive and wanted to know the truth. How many of you have heard of sarcoidosis before hearing the story? Very few. This disease you're going to hear a lot more about, not just from our efforts, but because of efforts from the Foundation for Sarcoidosis Research and the Bernie Mac Foundation and others that we've collaborated with. I want to do a big shout out right now to Tampa General Hospital for saving my life. Also, the University of Rochester Medical Center for making the diagnosis in 2019. The symptoms of cardiac sarcoidosis are heart failure symptoms. Sarcoidosis turns your heart to stone, and like the doctors mentioned, if you catch it at the right time, when the heart is in the inflammation stage, you can prescribe steroids, a $10 drug, and the inflammation will recede, and the heart will not lose its elasticity. If you miss that point, like Dr. Schwartz was explaining, then the heart turns to stone, and it leads to heart failure. And that's what happened to me. So I started to get head rushes and dizzy spells, have to hold on or I fall down, those types of things. Heart failure, you also get fluid buildup in your ankles, in your abdomen, in your lungs. You get a wispy, dry cough. These are the symptoms of heart failure to keep an eye out for. Sarcoidosis is a misdiagnosed, misunderstood. They call it the great masquerader. Like, we've interviewed 42 patients from around the world as part of this project. And a lot of them say, oh yeah, they thought I had cancer. I had to go through chemo, and it was sarcoidosis the whole time. The doctors they don't look at sarcoidosis at all because they don't understand it. We're going to be changing that.